Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new Q&A. This one is going to be a bit different because we always film it here in the room behind the normal backdrop where I film all my other videos, and I don't want to do that. I want to go outside because today it is cloudy, so the sun wouldn't, no clouds will go over the sun and change the exposure and all those light settings. So basically I'm trying to saying it's a good day to film outside, so let's do it. Without further ado, let's answer some questions. This was left on the last RAQ&A episode, so if you want your question to be answered, leave it on the latest RAQ&A and don't put it on the older ones because I don't really check those. So this one, there are many questions and a lot of you forgot to put the hashtag the last time, but there are a few. First one comes from Benjamin Kleinsmith, if I'm pronouncing that right. Where can I find your movies? Well, the answer to that is simple, on my YouTube channel, and the latest one is called Deliverance. It's on the channel, go check it out. And if I make any other short films, movies, videos, everything goes in the channel. Okay, next one from Run a Movie. What do you like most about VFX and filmmaking? Well, the best thing about VFX, let's start with VFX. The best thing I like about VFX is that moment where everything just comes together, because a lot of the times you're dealing with animations and keyframes and stuff like that, especially when it comes to titles and basically any type of VFX shot. And the moment that I like the most is when everything just comes together. You've been working on it for cars always decide to go past just as I'm filming these things, but that moment when everything just comes together, you've been working at it for a while, you're just hammering away at those things, you're tuning the keyframes, you're tuning the animations, and when it all comes together and just looks really good. All the colors pop, all the glows are added, everything's processed, everything's saved, and it just looks good. That's probably my favorite part about VFX. When it comes to filmmaking, it's probably the same thing when you upload that final product onto YouTube, whether it's a RAQ&A episode, a short film, a normal video, a vlog, a Q&A. When it's on YouTube and everybody's watching it and everybody likes it and everybody appreciates it, and I get criticisms, positive criticisms, and all that enthusiasm gets built up there, that's probably my favorite part, because everything just comes together. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see. There's a lot of requests here, but oh, this one comes from Mode Ishan. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I messed that up. Do you suggest recording on iPhone? Well, if you have nothing else, then of course shoot on your iPhone, because iPhones are actually really powerful. I mean, if you have anything 6S and above, then you can shoot on 4K, which is like mind-blowing. Sure, it takes up a lot of space, but that's still 4K, and 4K is the craze now. But if you have nothing else, then an iPhone really works. I mean, you can plug a Rode mic into an iPhone, you can record through its normal sound recording app pretty well. You can record really stunning videos and take really cool pictures. I take all my pictures that I post on Instagram on my iPhone. So, yeah, shoot on your iPhone. I mean, you don't even need to buy a camera. iPhones just work. This location is getting very noisy. I think we should continue the rest of the Q&A inside, although my idea was good. Doesn't seem like it's gonna work, because there are people walking around. There's someone doing work over there, so let's go inside. Okay, back in the sanctuary. Now, let's set this up. I don't want to get rid of this light, so I might just set it up over here. Give me 1 second. Okay, now that we're inside, let's get back to it. Isaac Hicks asked, have you ever made any stop motions? I actually did make a stop motion. I've tried my hand at a stop motion, and after that I realized it wasn't for me. I don't have the patience to do that amount of work, and I have so much respect for people who do that stuff. But it was back in 9th grade when we had to do a stop motion project. We basically had to make, I think it was 30 seconds of stop motion, a 30-second stop motion movie, and I did mine with Lego, and it was pathetic. I mean, I don't know what they were expecting with that type of project, because you're giving a bunch of 15-year-olds a camera and telling them to take pictures of things, and then every time you wanted to move, you must take like 50,000 more pictures of that character moving. We use Lego, and it wasn't. I have nightmares about that. Okay, next question comes from Iwa. What camera do you use and microphone? Well, the camera I'm using is a Canon 700D, or in the US T5i, and the microphone I'm using, which is right on top of the camera, is a Rode Video Micro. If you want to see a full list of all my equipment, then I do have a what's in my camera bag video, which you can check out right over there, and that basically is me showing you all my equipment, whatever I use. I'm considering putting a lot of filmmaking YouTubers have a section on a website or a special page where they just list all the equipment. I'm thinking about doing that. If you guys want to see that, I know I'm developing a website, and maybe I might put it on there. If you guys want to see something like that, tell me down below in the comments. Or if you want to see it, then I might include a full list of all the equipment I use with the links and all that stuff. Okay, this seems like the last question. Comes from Yoni, and he asks, do you want to live from filmmaking anytime? That is a tricky question, because living from filmmaking isn't as simple as living from any other job, especially when it comes to YouTube. Because at any moment it can just switch, especially with YouTube now. A lot of people are complaining about ad revenues, and I have been thinking, how do I put this? I've been against videos that go and say YouTube is dying, we need to all leave, YouTube sucks, and all that stuff. And the main reason people make those type of videos is because YouTube has been demonetizing their content, and there's been a lot of videos where like the monetization sign, which is green, turns yellow, and it says that it's not suitable for all advertisers. And I didn't really experience that, and I thought that's a stupid thing, because I'm sure they have a real reason for that, until it happened to me. About a week ago, my top tips or tips for shooting in low light video got demonetized, and not really demonetized, but it stopped getting monetized because it was not suitable for all advertisers. And there's no nudity in that video, there's no violence in that video, there's no swearing in that video, there's like basically nothing to warrant that type of aggression towards that video. So I sort of see where people are coming from now, and I stand corrected on my opinion. So living from filmmaking is tricky, especially if it comes to YouTube, because things can easily just switch, and then people don't have income, people don't have a way to feed their families. And if you're talking about filmmaking, like going into proper films and like, you know, cinema films and becoming a director, that also is tricky. I've heard from people that you need to live out of a trash can for the first 2 years just to get recognized, because you need to take small jobs, and you might have a good education, a good filmmaking education behind you, but you still need to work your way up. You got to become a grip and a gaffer, and you got to become the guy who just sweeps the set after the actors are done, the guy who cleans the toilets, just so you can get recognized. And I'm not saying I know everything about that, because I don't, but while I would love to wake up every morning and just make videos, we don't live in a perfect world, and I'm not sure that'll happen. But I am perfectly fine making films as a hobby, doing YouTube as a hobby. Who knows, that'll change in the future. I don't know what else I want to do right now. I'm still deciding on that, and this has gotten a lot more deeper than I'm sure Yoni intended it to get. But yeah, I don't know. I would love to, but I'm not sure if I will live from filmmaking anytime. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. Also share this video with all your mates and your pets. You can also, if you want to ask a question for the next one, leave it on the latest RAQ&A episode, which is this one. And if you want to do that, leave it in the comments down below with the hashtag RAQ&A. That way I'll be able to spot it and include it in your video. You can ask anything you want. If you want to see if your question has been answered already, then there is a playlist of all the RAQ&A episodes, including the latest one, on the end screen of this video. So definitely check that out as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this channel. I love all of you guys, and I will see you in the next video.